What's up everybody? This is Gearhead Fabworks, and today it's all about a proper introduction to, well, Gearhead Fabworks. Today I want to go over a little bit about, well, this. This is my Ultra4 Jeepster. It's an Ultra4 build that I started a few years ago, and we're to the point where we're almost done. I got to do my first race a few days ago. That was a blast. Oh my god. I'm also part of the rookie program for the King of the Hammers, so I'll talk to you a little bit about that. Let's talk about the premise of this channel. All right, let's just jump into it. I'll go over whatever I can. On a side note, fair warning, I am a dad, and so I say some really weird off-the-wall stuff, really bad jokes, and I do laugh at myself. I just want to put that out there, just so you know. The next few weeks are going to be pretty heavy on doing a lot more video work, so you'll get to see my face a little bit more often. This is my 1968 Jeepster Commando. This all came as part of a trade for a welder that I had. It was an old Miller welder that I was getting rid of, and I wanted a family wheeling rig. I wanted to get a different welder, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, traded a welder for this thing. It did not turn into a family wheeling rig. I went a whole different route. The drivetrain in this thing is a 6-liter LS L96 engine, Gen 4, putting out roughly 550 horsepower, so nothing crazy. It's built more for durability than anything. Got a lot of little hopped up parts in there and everything, all the good bits and pieces. Behind that is a 4L80 transmission. It is a reverse manual valve body, and it's supposed to be built for like 1,300 horsepower, but I killed reverse. So, well, we're gonna have to investigate some stuff on that. Atlas transfer case behind that, and that is a 3-to-1. It's a race case. 1410 custom drive shafts, front and rear. They are equal length, so I only have to carry really one spare, and that covers my front and rear drive shafts if I were to break them. But they're like 3/16 wall tube. Hopefully I don't kill those. Axles, I'm running 2005 plus, Super Duty, axles, which is the Dana 60 front, Sterling rear. Yukon lockers, they're the Grizzly lockers with 538 gears, 1550 shafts in the front, which are just the stock ones for now. Running a full hydraulic steering with the PSC ram. I've got ball joint delete systems on here right now. I've got a set of aluminum knuckles that are getting fixed up in a couple of areas. Front and rear axles are trussed, of course. They're running 4-link suspension, front and rear. Rear is a trailing arm setup. It's 16-inch coilovers in the rear and 14-inch in the front. They're 2.5-inch bodies with remote reservoirs, and those are from Carbon Shock Technologies. It's actually one of my sponsors, and they've been awesome to me since the beginning. They've been very, very helpful and very educational as far as teaching me all the crap that I need to know. But there's a few things we're gonna change with these coilovers before King of the Hammers and make sure that we're all tuned up, ready to go. Brakes, those are Willwood disc brakes. They're vented, 6-piston calipers, all that good stuff. Nothing crazy special about them, but they are a lot lighter. Right now running Dirty Life bead locks all the way around, the 17-inch wheels. If I stay in the 4800 class, I will be running 37s, of course. If I jump up to 4400, I will be running 40s. Still kind of figuring that out, if that's gonna happen or not. We've got a 32-gallon fuel cell. It's got dual fuel pumps in there for redundancy, so I only need one at a time. I'm running NRG Innovations, SFI rated seats. Those things are actually remarkably comfortable. I've been caught sleeping in them a couple of times. Those things are really awesome. That's actually one of my sponsors as well. And their seats are just awesome. They're there to save your back. There's a big difference between these seats and suspension seats. You generally want to shy away from suspension seats in off-road racing. As far as the chassis itself, This is a one-off design. I designed everything myself, bent and notched all the tube in-house, did everything through Bentech. It came out as it is now. There's been, of course, some design reiterations during the build process, and I stopped building around the body so much and built more around the actual use of the chassis, and then made the body fit that. So the body's actually narrowed 5 inches, and really all that's left of the body is the cowl, hood, and grille. Other than that, there is no body left. And I can't forget, this thing has a dual 3-inch exhaust with an X pipe, and it makes it sound amazing. And beyond that, I mean, there's some things that I want to change before we get to King of the Hammers. You know, deciding whether or not I'm gonna stay as a 4800 car, that's a big question right now. If we go 4400, we're getting bypasses and stuff. If I stay 4800, I might go up to a 3.0 coilover all the way around. Not really sure on it yet. I'm going to build some Fab 9 housings before King of the Hammers. That's a big step in the right direction. Those are a lot lighter. Those should help a lot with ground clearance as well, and they're actually a lot stronger in multiple ways. And very convenient, because if something happens, you break something, you don't have to try to rebuild a whole gear set in the middle of the desert on the lake bed. All you have to do is just drop a whole third member in, and you're done. All right, and real quick, the premise of this whole channel is basically the mantra is build, break, repeat. And that's just going to be the way things kind of go on this channel. I'm very hard on things, apparently. I don't think so, but my equipment does. And the building part, well, you kind of see it. We built something. The next part of it is we're going to go break it. We're going to see what the weak parts are. We're going to fix those and rebuild it. So that's the repeating part. And you're gonna see that a lot throughout this channel. You're gonna see it on all kinds of things, whether it be full-size rigs like this, or trucks, cars, side-by-sides, go-karts, pretty much everything under the sun that has a motor in it. I'm probably gonna wanna work on it. I have a knack for anything with wheels, so you might even see some EV stuff on here. I don't know yet. We'll see, we'll see. And as far as the King of the Hammers rookie program goes, this is a huge step in the right direction for Ultra4 Racing. Now, I've spent years planning this build and everything. Now, building a car, that's difficult, don't get me wrong. But the logistics of getting to a race that is 2,200 miles away and not knowing anything or really anyone, if you've never raced before, it is very, very difficult and it's very intimidating, because what are you supposed to do? Just message random people, say, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? Yeah, that was the old way of doing it. That's how I figured out a lot of this information. But then the rookie program came out, and you can go there and get all the information directly from Ultra4 and King of the Hammers themselves, as well as some of the previous Kings. That's huge. It's very simple, but it's big for us because we don't know what we're doing. And so if we can take that one thing off of our list of things to worry about, that means we get to go out there and just race. That's awesome. It's a lot less stuff that I have to worry about. A lot less research of information. Well, all right, guys. I think that's a wrap for today. All right, I went over a little bit of the Jeepster and everything. I got you up to speed. There's some subtle changes and everything that we're going to do to this, of course, before we make it out to King of the Hammers. I will go through all those things in future videos. In the next video, you're actually gonna see some cool stuff that we got to do out at Detroit 4 Fest. Just a few random clips here and there that we collected. I did not get to break out almost any of my camera equipment, unfortunately. I was just so mind-boggled by it. It was just an amazing experience, and I met some very cool people, and I can't wait to go back. I think next year is gonna be way bigger, way better, and hopefully less carnage on my own vehicle anyway. That being said, I'll see you guys next time. Gearhead Fabworks out.
Hey, are you there? Have you liked and subscribed to my channel?